In 2020, New York State passed legislation allowing 16 and 17-year-olds to work the polls on election night. Broome Tioga BOCES students are taking advantage of this and getting involved. 12 News' Aaron Lawler spoke with students about what they are expecting on November 5th.
Maria Mustafa and Anna Grills may be too young to cast their ballot for this year's primary election, but they will still play an important role at the polls on November 5th.
A lot of the people that do our poll inspectors are getting older, and so people seeing us, younger people being involved is really they really appreciate that.
Through BOCES' New Visions Law and Government program, the high school seniors knew this is something they needed to do. Despite being too young to vote in this election, high school seniors who have pre-registered to vote in future elections are able to work the polls.
It's just a great way for us to understand how voting works and how the whole process is and how it's very serious.
The two explained how eye-opening the process has been, getting a first-hand experience with the rules and regulations of voting, something Annie Lowe has been trying to teach in their New Visions class.
And when they work as hard at these opportunities as I do, it's extraordinary. I feel very confident about the future of America when I get to teach the future leaders of America.
Mustafa and Grills say knowing they will be the next generation of voters has empowered them to get educated early and educate others their age. Aaron Lawler, 12 News, Broome County.